Hi Perelle, thank you again for uploading your pictures, always appreciated, and I think you also nailed the nearly. Try as hard as you can to make sure that the numbers are exactly as we've asked you to write. It just saves me, it just really does help me out, like personally it helps me out, not even the team, just me personally, because I deal with all this. Okay, let's jump in. Focus. Yep, you got it. Excellent. What are you using here, manual? AV. Okay, good. So you've understood that focus is one word. Distance. Focus is distance. Okay? When distances change, that means you have to rethink about your focus. Okay? If you focus on someone and then they take a step to you, a step closer to you, they are not now the same distance as they were. They will be out of focus. They will be out of focus. Okay, now let's have a look. This is obviously closer. This is further. And this is further. This is closer. Excellent. Well demonstrated. Thank you very much for that. Excellent. Okay. Close face. So the thing with this, what we were asking was to take a picture of a face looking straight on and to just get rid of all of the tensions, and then what we end up learning is a very big thing, okay? The thing that what I'm trying to teach with this homework, the most important thing about this homework, once you've done the cropping of the space around, is to know that the direction of a face goes down, okay? Pardon me. So here we've actually got a point of entry is her eyes, but she's looking this way, so we end up actually with a movement going in that direction, okay, and then we come back around. When a face is looking at you, let me just find a picture of a face looking straight at us. Let's just look over here. Okay, so now when we look at this picture, our point of entry are her eyes, and now our eye goes down. Okay, it's funny. Okay, which means that a correct crop for a face is actually something more like this, because her eyes, it should be a little bit higher, but because her eyes, the reason why it should be higher is because of her bow. That's the issue. But the point is that the eyes should always be above middle. I've done a little bit too much here, but the eyes should always be above middle, and that will give you a balanced picture of a close-up of a face. So that was the point really of the homework. Anyway, the idea was cropping in. Let's just have a look 1 second. Let's just undo this. Go back here. Okay, so I appreciate that you've left this space here, so you're going with the direction of her face. That's good. This is very distracting. The light as well. She's obviously next to some kind of wall or something over on this side, and there's light bouncing from below. Also, there's like some kind of yellow, like maybe the floor there is yellowy or something. A warmer tinge, so the light's bouncing off of there, and she's got this kind of yellowy light on her face. You usually see from the eyes. Yeah, you see, there's a table there and stuff, and that the floor is like a brick kind of warm floor. So that's this. You can't learn out what we're trying to learn, but the directions are here, and you've left space there, so I do appreciate that. Good one. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. This is your third picture, and you nailed it. Thank you. You could crop a little bit off the top, I think, just to make it a slightly nicer picture, just slightly. But you actually nailed the third. Now you say, oh yeah, but you messed with it on the sides, but it's still, I took a little bit off here and more off here, which means it stays in the same relationship. It is surprising to know that most of the students with this homework don't nail it, and you nailed it. Okay, but we're going to learn something really, really important from here. This is a big problem. Okay, we need to look for light either in the shade. This is the middle of the day, obviously very much the middle of the day. You can see the sun's coming straight overhead, and it's just catch it quite nice. If she was to tip her head further down, that would actually get rid of that, but it ends up looking a bit funny. What you really need to do for this picture is get into shade, okay? Get into a shady area. At this time of day, you want to try and get out of the sun as much as possible. Okay, empty space, that's good. She's looking into empty space. You're overexposed a little bit. Don't worry about that. That will come clear. within not too much time, but a bit of time. This could do with being a little bit more on the left side, and if it needs to be a little darker, so take away some exposure. But like I said, that's not for you to be thinking about right now. But just it needs a little bit more room, and that's good. Okay, let's keep going. This is now your photo shoot. So just first things first, that's a great shot. That's an excellent shot. Pat on the back for that one. Overall, good. Okay, that really is a great picture though. That really is. I do mean that. I'd be very happy if I had taken that picture. Very. Okay, so now this kind of picture. So these kinds of. I do appreciate that you're thinking out of the box a little bit. You're trying to do something more exciting, interesting than what a lot of people do. It doesn't quite work. You need more, and it needs to be blurrier. So you don't understand the stats yet and how you could do that, but you will, and then you'll have much more fun. And this shot will be much, much better once you really understand the stats. Give it another couple of weeks, another few weeks. Again, the light's a bit funny, and it just needs to be this area here. If we put these leaves all the way around, then it would make for a really cool picture. But as it is, it doesn't quite work. Composition isn't very tight, but that's because you were trying to do all this funky stuff. So sometimes we give up on, we let go of composition a little bit to try and bring in other kinds of elements. That's a fair enough evaluation. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, this is good. Again, you're thinking. A couple of things that stand out. There's a lot of extra space. We can cut away a lot of this space for sure. Something like this. Okay, very good. Now, this is obviously a problem, her hands. Now, is it forbidden to cut off hands and feet? The answer is no, it is not, but it is. In that we care, what we actually care about as photographers is lines and what's happening with the lines. So our eye enters into our eye, comes around here and back up here, you see? So in the meantime, our eye goes bang and then comes back around, okay? That does not feel good. All you needed to do, if she has her hands holding each other, two hands holding like this, that would make all the difference. It would completely get rid of that entire negative tension. This is cute that she's here. It's nice you've put them under the tree. It's like they're echoing, their shapes are echoing each other. The background's not bad. This is a little bit boring here, but you could really work with this place. This is good. Obviously, you've hidden all this over here. That doesn't look too nice. But these pinks in the back are cool. A little bit underexposed. But I appreciate this picture. Just like I said, this is the main thing here that we're going to learn, is the idea of your eye following down. It's not forbidden to cut off hands, but it is forbidden to have lines banging into the side of the frame if you're not looking for like a really energized, dynamic picture. Okay, and you're not. These are two, cute little girls. So. Okay, careful with excess space. Crop space from the top. We do not need that extra space over here. It could be we do need a little bit more below. That's already an improvement. I'm thinking bring that in a little bit more. Okay, this is very cute. The idea of back to back, don't get me wrong, you can do it. No one's gonna arrest you for it. But much better doing front to front. When we're dealing with portraits, we generally nearly always want the energies to be coming inwards. You understand? So here we've got our energies moving out. Okay, so it doesn't feel very intimate, very loving. Whereas, do I have a picture I can show you? 1 second. I'm sure I do. These are just pictures waiting to go for a wedding. 1 minute. Just any picture here is you'll see the people at the edges are moving in. Okay. Okay, and these two are also moving in, and these two here are also tilted inwards. Okay, so the whole idea. So let me just get out of here. The whole idea is. 1 second, where are you? the whole idea of portraiture generally is having the energies going inward. So like I said, you can do a back-to-back picture, but the pictures are nearly always much, much nicer when they're hugging inwards, especially hugging or when the lines are moving inwards. Okay, if you're trying to do attitude, something like that, that's a different thing. But these little girls are not very attitudey, you know. You want to try and, if you should watch the posing class. I think I describe little girl photography as cute and neat. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. Cute and neat. Those are two words that should guide you in your little girl photography. Okay, that is a excellent picture. Okay, she's lit beautifully. This repetition means we're seeing, not only is there a repetition and there's a symmetry, but we're seeing the other side of her face. So we're seeing a lot in the image. The actual composition, something like that, but we've got like another triangle kind of, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Another triangle there. 1 second, I'm just trying to see that. There's also a triangle here, believe it or not. Do you see with this hairline there and this hand? So we've got a real, this is a interesting, turns into a mug and dog. But a lot of interesting things to talk about here. This texture also has, but really the beauty is the light on her face. I think I'm going to take this one into Lightroom and just push it a little bit further, but it is an excellent, really an exceptional image. You should be very, very proud of that picture. Really, you should. A lot of your vital energies went into that. Stats wise, you haven't learned about stats yet, so we're going to get there. What are you holding? There's one to share. You're still in exposure mode, but again, pat on the back. Okay, not such a great shot. Definitely not compared to this. We're out of focus. I think there's also camera blur as well. Yeah, there is. You also have a high ISO, which means you've got this horrible noise. You will learn about that in class 5. Okay, I'm not gonna spend. It's. I'm trying to think what I can say constructively. And we learned the understanding of the lines, these vertical lines, that energy. This is an interesting thought with all of this space here, but it doesn't even get off the ground because it's so blurry from both the focus and from the shutter speed that there's just nothing to talk about really. I think it's going to make much more sense to take this one into Lightroom. Let's do that. There we go. So 1 second. Okay, so now I really want to vignette. I'm going to use I want to bring our eyes into here. I'm going to soften this here. There's a few things I want to do. First things first is I want to get my eyes a little bit away from the other area. So I'm going to darken. Invert it. There we go. Don't do it too crazy. Remember, keep the word subtle very much in your mind. Okay, now I want to drop the clarity on everything. That's it. That's not that. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Clarity. Just, again, definitely nowhere near here. Just a drop. Just take the edge off some of it. I think I might even soften her skin a teeny little bit. Don't think we can do that much more here. And then I'm going to just enhance her eyes a teeny bit. Let's do this. Iris enhance. Could be that we have to take this off. I'm not sure. Let's get rid of our pin by pressing H. I think we could also a little bit in here. Wow, it's now in there. It becomes very obvious, doesn't it, how bad it is? 1 second. Let's just go back. I'm going to. Oh, we've got auto mask. I'm not sure how this is going to look. pin. Let's get rid of the second. Let's put the pin back there. Let's delete and then go back. No, I prefer it like this. Okay, very good. So let's just have a look where we went from to. And that's really where I want. I just wanted to take the edge off, just very, very slightly. I really like that. Perelle, excellent. Excellent stuff. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what you do for us next week. Okay, all the best.